Hey everybody, I'm Mateo Mwego, host of the Pillowtalk Podcast, and we are back after a 1 week break with segments and in a very different location. Today, we are with my brother and his friend Alex. We're going to be discussing some things in a shed that looks like we are going to be asked to film a ransom note and then maybe
I don't do
kill
ransom
after.
notes anymore.
No?
No, not anymore.
It's a scary place. There's humongous spiders in the corner. There's nails sticking out everywhere. Normally we're in a pretty bed, but you can sleep in here, and he has slept in here, which is why we are in this room today.
It was in the summer, but, same idea.
Did you just sleep on the floor, like with the sleeping bag?
Yeah. That's how we do it.
Okay. So we have 3 segments now, and we're going to just start off right away with one because this is the big topic of this podcast. These 2 are going on a trip to Guatemala in August?
No, in late
Oh.
April and the start of May.
April to May. So this new segment is called Red Eye, because what you do on Red Eye is you hopefully sleep, and sleep is related to pillows and Pillowtalk Podcast.
It's a bad connection.
I thought that was a phenomenal name when I came up with it. And so what that's going to be is a little travel guide. And here we're going to have a little travel guide. They haven't went yet. It could be a place that someone's going to, a place that someone has been. Could be just a city, a country, whatever. But these 2 are going to Guatemala. So this episode is going to focus on Guatemala for a little travel guide segment called the Red Eye.
All right.
Who wants to start with what? Maybe go through some of the things you're most excited for your travels to Guatemala. To cut that out.
Cut that, Alex.
What?
Okay, what are you most excited for, Alex?
Volcano hike. It's going to be so fun and perfect for a PG environment. How about you, Milo? What are you hyped for?
I'm also excited for the volcano hike. Maybe for different reasons than you are. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a challenge. We've been training for it.
Right.
That's true.
I almost died on the Stairmaster the other day.
Yep. We're working our way up. I'm working up to 3 hours. You're working up to, I'm not sure.
Not having a heart attack. That's the goal.
So we should be pretty prepared. It's a grueling hike to the top, about 6 hours. You sleep on the mountain.
Some fat ass can do it, so can I.
Yes, Alex. I hope you are able to do it. So how long are you guys going on the trip for?
Do you have any idea? I know exactly how long we're going on the trip for, but do you have any
I was
idea?
told 2 weeks unless our passports get stolen, then much longer.
That's true. That's very true. Our passports might get stolen. I've accounted for it. Don't worry.
So we have done a trip and
We have.
Se-
55.
No!
Still go. Computers die.
Is that getting cut?
I'm gonna cry if it died.
It died. I just watched it die.
How did it die? It was fully charged like right before we left.
Well, you plugged like 15 different things
That
into
would
it.
do it.
I know, but I have no charger for it.
Oh my god.
Do you want an extension cord?
This is not,
But I don't have a plug for it.
not ideal, is it?
Do you not have like a charging cord or anything?
Oh,
I'm-
yeah, I forgot to put Nick back.
I got a bajillion.
Okay, everybody, we're back after that lights out event that just occurred, which you will have been able to see in the video in my voice, but not these 2 gentlemen's voice. So we'll go back to their Guatemala trip quickly.
Alright. Where were we?
Besides the volcanic hike, what are you guys excited for?
Well, Alex, do you know what else we're doing on this trip other than the volcano hike?
No, Milo, what are we doing?
Well, I'd be happy to tell you. We're gonna land in Guatemala City. We're gonna go to this little town called Antigua, which is a European relic in Guatemala. It's got a bunch of European architecture. It's very colorful. We're gonna stay there. We're gonna do our volcano hike, and then we're gonna go to the lake that's nearby. We're gonna spend a couple days there, and then we're gonna transit out to these limestone pools, this natural limestone pool formation. We're gonna spend 2 days there. We're gonna go out to these Mayan ruins, spend 2 days there, and then we're done. Not sure what your thoughts are on that trip itinerary. I think I've ran it by you, but
If you're Russian before you go to the bathroom, and you're finished when you're done, what are you while you're in the bathroom?
Mixed.
I don't know, Alex.
European.
Hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Alex, what was the context? Why?
You said European relics.
Oh.
That's all. You didn't hear a single word I said. You just zoned me out after that, huh?
Alex, where is the farthest you've ever been? Outside of this shed.
I mean, depending on how you look at the globe, some international waters.
Yeah.
In what context?
How do you look at the globe?
Besides that, I've been to Florida, Texas.
You've been to Florida?
Yeah.
I've been to
That's where I
Florida.
went, though.
For Disneyland World.
Legoland.
Oh.
We also went to Disney World. But Legoland was way better. I gotta tell you, it rained while I was there, and you think, that's shitty. But it wasn't, because it just cleared the park out, and we just got to go back to back on the ride. It was great.
If you bring an umbrella, it's really...
You're not allowed to go back there anymore. Did you know that? They banned just lone adults.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what show I've been watching lately?
Tell me.
It's related to Legoland. Lego Ninjago.
I fucking love Lego Ninjago.
It's so good. Do you have a favorite? Do either of you guys have a favorite of the 5 ninjas? There's the green ninja, Lloyd, who's the kid, who's the main one.
Lloyd is a bitch. Lloyd is a bitch.
He's just a kid.
That's
He's
true.
a
I
bitch.
didn't like Lloyd.
He is pretty whiny on the show.
Yeah, didn't deserve to be the green ninja. It was always meant to be Kai.
That's true.
I'll stand on that
agree.
till I die. I used to be a big J fan, but now that I get a little bit older, I think I like Cole a little bit more.
Yeah, say
What color? Wait, what color is Cole?
Cole is
Black.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Wait,
assume
black in skin or
I
black
assume he's white like all the other ninjas.
No, they're all yellow.
You can't say that.
No, there's like Lego yellow.
Who is blue? Who's the blue?
Blue is Jay,
Jay.
white is Zane, the robot
Okay,
slash
I like
ninja.
Jay.
Red is Kai.
Yeah.
Kai used to be the best, but Kai's kind of like a mainstream pick for if you're picking.
It
the
is,
best,
yeah.
the
Well,
best
that
ninja.
was like the default because he was supposed to be the main character.
That's true.
That's
And then it
true.
became the green ninja.
Don't
Yeah.
like that.
Show
Yeah.
off after that.
Well, I'm only on the 2nd season rewatching it out of like 10 plus
What
seasons.
are you watching this on?
Netflix.
It's on.
The first 10 seasons are on Netflix.
What?
They made it to 10?
We gotta watch. This.
No, there's like
Yeah,
there's like
what?
20 seasons.
What?
I just finished the first season and I'm like halfway through the second. The first season's like all the
I
snakes.
remember the 5th season was my favorite.
Okay.
It was with the ghosts.
Oh, I'm not there yet. I'm
love
mostly
those.
on snakes. It's been all the serpentine.
Snakes, yeah. Oh, that's a good season though.
Yeah, and it's all the snakes coming together, taking over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Which side would you be on, the ninja side or the snake side?
Oh my god, Alex.
No, I'm always with the ninjas.
Alex, the last 3 podcasts I have filmed, I've had to cut out like 2 minutes of stuff. This episode, I'm gonna have to cut out half the stuff.
Why'd you invite me then?
Uh,
You know it was gonna happen.
This
That's
might be
what I'm
this
saying.
might be a shorter episode today.
um,
That's okay
it's
though.
unfortunate.
I don't last that long.
Is there any more Guatemala related topic that you guys would like to discuss on our red eye segment?
All right. Well, me and Milo talked about the other day, but I'd like to reiterate our anti-mugging policy.
That's true.
Okay, so first
Uh-huh.
of all,
Oh
I
yes,
think
it's
it's
classic.
unlikely.
Yes,
Average Guatemalan is 5'4".
that's
Last I
true.
checked.
Second shortest height in the world.
If I get mugged by a 5'4" dude, you
you
might as well
can do whatever. Yeah.
kick me in the nuts when I get back home.
Yeah, I agree. But
But basically, the method we decided was bring a dummy wallet, like 20, 30 pesos in it.
Mhm.
Use that to pay for stuff, but keep your goodies in a money belt, like your passport, your credit card, your condoms, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And, that way it doesn't get stolen.
I am trying to get sponsors.
Good
okay,
luck with that.
I don't know how much is gonna get cut of this, but back to our idea. I think that it's a good idea. We have 5 or 6 different wallets, and so they keep mugging you because you're gonna get mugged like 10 times in Guatemala. Let's be
It's
real.
just how it happens.
They
It
got a
used to
lot
be
of-
the murder capital. Now it's not.
That's true. They
but
got
they
a
still
lot of
steal
guns.
stuff.
They got a lot of guns. They're
I
very
think-
short.
I think it's a better idea that you just buy wallets as you go
That's
because
true.
I feel like you get them cheaper in Guatemala.
What if you got mugged by the guy selling you the wallet?
That's on you, man.
Have you guys ever met a Guatemalan person in real life?
Yeah, I met one at the traffic lights over by the mall. Actually, there was like a whole group of them.
Oh, are they always ride the bikes around?
Yeah, the bike.
of
The
course.
bikes are always breaking down.
Yeah.
I always see them on the side of the road. But anyways, there was these like girls that were also waiting for the light, and me, the Guatemalans, were standing,
Uh-huh.
and then the girls just run it. No stop, like no walk light or anything, just run across the highway. And I was like, holy fuck! And then I looked at the Guatemalans, and they were like, holy fuck!
You see,
And
there's only safety in Guatemala.
right, because the Guatemalans know it's a bad idea to run through the highway.
That's true. They do know that.
Yes, I hope every person in existence would.
Not those women, apparently.
Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Because so you guys also play this thing called video games. That's what the kids call it.
I've been known to dabble.
Yeah, I can get
And Alex, are you good at any video games?
No.
And Milo, are you good at any video
No.
games? Well,
Not
he
anymore.
he was
Not
formerly
anymore.
top 500 in
I was
Overwatch.
formerly top 500
Washed.
Washed, as you would say. Washed. I'm about the level of a little better than Alex. That's always what I strive to be.
That's my literal only goal when I play with you guys is just to be better than Alex.
Well, that is unfortunately
Hasn't
not
happened
the
in a
case.
while.
No, it is not.
I don't play games anymore.
Yeah.
Can't tell. Still got it, boss.
So what games have the three of us played together? Overwatch.
We played Valorant.
It's true.
Do you ever play Among Us with us?
We played Among Us at one point.
Really?
Among Us not really a skill game though.
Among Us is
It's one of the most skilled
it's
games.
manipulation.
True.
Alex,
I am pretty good at that.
It's one of the best.
Milo.
It's
Yeah,
one of the
sure.
best games of all time.
It is pretty good. It was very popular for a while, and I don't know why it stopped being popular.
I don't know.
I-
Couldn't tell
Probably
you.
because we stopped playing
It's
it.
true. Very
Yeah,
influential.
because I think the problem is you were too aggressive of an imposter.
Was I?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I
What
don't know.
what color did you pick for Among Us?
White.
Okay, I picked pink.
Is that so?
Yes.
You wanna give us some insight onto your? Is white your favorite color?
Yes.
You want a career out of this, Alex?
Out of this?
No,
I'm
no.
expecting to go pro. That's what you mean.
We're in a shed right now.
Yes.
Yeah, this is probably as far as I'm going.
Okay, guys, based on the shed right now, what is your biggest threat to the safety? Standing up and getting a nail through your head? The humongous spiders in the corner? The fact that there's like rat poo on the ground and that one could bite us? Or there's like rust and we're going to get like tetanus on one of these nails? I have to edit this by midnight.
Well, continue
We'll
with
go back
segment.
to our Overwatch conversation. Is it the most toxic game in existence?
Nah, I've heard League is really bad. I've never played it.
But when I go and I join an Overwatch lobby and I start by saying good luck, have fun to everyone tells me to die.
Well,
it's usually because you add that little like
Smiley face.
It's
It's
with the
deserved.
colon and the
It is.
bracket.
yeah.
I sometimes will join a lobby and I'll just be
Or
like,
like you do the colon and the 3.
Oh yeah,
That will
that's
get you
deserved.
bullied as
That's
well.
true.
it's just sometimes I join the lobby and I just am like, I hope everyone has a great game today. Let's just all try our best and have a fun time and good luck to everybody. And then everyone just tells me to die and
Because the
uninstall
issue
the
is
game.
that everyone believes that you're an AI. Nobody believes you're a real person.
Do you guys know the last game I played?
Yes.
Yep, we're familiar.
That,
We're very familiar.
that I joined and everyone in the lobby was debating whether or not I was a bot.
That
Yeah.
game will be spoke about in Legends.
Yeah, we
I
actually
think that
do.
story will
we do
outlive
talk
you.
About, we do talk about that often.
Because then I was like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm a real person. I'm just having a bad day. And then they just all told me to never play the game again.
And it was deserved. If you've ever watched one of his games, it was a deserved
Oh.
insult.
So-
Not deserving of sympathy.
We're going to do a video game related segment here. And it's a second segment. Again, a new segment. All 3 segments are new. And it's called What's Better? Better? Get it?
We
Better?
get it.
But was
It's
it bad?
hilarious, Alex, right?
Give us the question.
Okay. What's the better game between the 2 games that are somewhat similar? Valorant or Apex Legends? Because I know you like Apex.
I'm miserable in both.
Those games are not similar in the slightest.
Yeah, they're not really the same.
That's true. What's a battle royale? What's
Those are
round?
not
I
very-
play
those are not very
Apex
similar.
more. I don't know if I have more fun on it.
I don't
Uh-huh.
think
I
they're-
probably do.
I don't think either of those games are very fun.
I know.
Alex, did you enjoy Valorant last night? I didn't even get on.
I had
I
fun.
got on for a death match.
I had fun in Valorant, but I don't think that was because I was playing Valorant.
Okay, is Fortnite what's like an Apex like Fortnite PUBG?
You played PUBG when
Did you just say Fortnite PUBG?
No, it's
not
like two
call 'em
separate-
PUBG.
two
You
separate-
used to play PUBG, didn't you?
Well, like back on an Xbox
Yeah,
in 2012
like-
or something.
What's the best battle royale, or is it Minecraft Hunger Games?
It's not Minecraft Hunger Games.
Did you ever play Minecraft Hunger Games, Alex?
Yeah, like once.
You're not a true gamer.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Do you play Angry Birds?
Of course. I play
Okay.
Angry Birds.
Maybe you are. What about Fall Guys?
Fall Guys is for streamers and 12-year-olds, and
It's
I am
true.
neither.
What if I enjoy playing it?
Well, that kind of goes with your AI thing, but
It does.
that's
So
not a
what?
great look.
Do you guys have a favorite streamer?
No,
I
think-
can't say that I watch a lot of streamers. I don't
do-
know.
I believe that people who watch streamers are in fact AI.
Yeah, they're not real. Why would
attributes.
you watch somebody play instead of just playing? The only time I watch streamers, now this is a bit of a veering off of the story, but
Scared.
so basically, I play Dead by Daylight. I don't know if either of you heard of it.
Yes.
I've
This is
heard
probably
of it,
not
yes.
great for my whole try not to be a serial killer thing, but basically, I play it a lot, and I find that the ratio of like normal players to streamers is like really high on the streamer side of things. There's a lot of streamers in that game, and so my favorite thing to do is to play against a streamer because they'll have in their name, obviously, like TTV suck my nuts or whatever,
Yeah,
and
classic.
basically then
game.
I'll go and just watch their POV of me just
Beating them up.
winning the game.
Great
Dogs.
great terminology.
self-censorship.
But one time, I don't know if I had another experience since then, but one time I beat this team like horribly. Like, let me put it in Overwatch terms.
17-17.
No, worse than that.
Worse than that.
It was like, it was like, it's like I capped with 4.5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Demolished, obliterated.
Demolished. Their whole team is James Bonded. Anyways, and then I go to watch the streamer. It's like my little treat after playing well. Anyway,
Yes.
this guy is talking about how he is going through the worst
remember
breakup
this,
of
yes.
his life, how his girlfriend
Yes.
will not go to rehab even though that she has a kid, and how she's permanently strung out, and how he thinks he's going to get fired from his job because he's spending too much time taking care of her kid, not his kid, her kid, and trying to convince her to get clean. And the whole time, I'm sweating my ass off against him. So I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I felt really good about winning it because I played so well, but, you know,
Bit of a moral gray area there.
very gray.
But you gotta separate the player from the game. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You do.
The only YouTuber I've ever played with was with Milo. It was against Beijing Canadian and Jerome ASF.
Alex, did you ever watch them as a kid?
Probably.
I'm sure
The
you
best
did.
Minecraft Hunger Games. The guy who came out with the Minecraft Hunger Games song. Hunger Games, I'm gonna kill them all, win it all.
Is this gonna
You're
get
gonna
cut?
cut that part? I
Why?
would. It's embarrassing, man.
We don't make cuts on this podcast.
So, okay, that's fake. He's lying to you guys. So back to Alex. Back to what you're saying about streamers. When I used to play Overwatch more seriously, you know,
Back in the
I had-
day?
yeah, I had less friends back then. I had the same amount of friends back then. When I used to play Overwatch, I would play against these like pro streamers and these top 500 players, and they all stream. All of them stream. So I used to go through and I would watch back their stream and see what they were saying about me as I was playing. But only if I beat them, and only if they were not. If they were on my team and we lost, I wouldn't do it because they were
Obviously.
surely
yeah.
they were hating on me.
Mhm.
I used to do that all the time.
You get any gems?
No, not really. It wasn't.
I think if I was a streamer and I got beaten by a 12-year-old Milo, actually, if I got beaten by an any-year-old Milo, it would probably upset me a little bit.
It would.
Wouldn't you get beaten in like every game by him?
No. Just
No.
Overwatch.
You're the greatest of all time in everything you do, Alex. Unequivocally.
Is there any video game I could beat you in?
I mean, maybe one we've neither played before, or maybe you've played a lot and I haven't.
How about like a game like Golf with Friends?
I don't play a lot of golf with
Oh, we should
friends.
play
You
golf
might be
with
better
friends.
than me. We could play that.
I don't play it, but
You might beat me in that. I'm not, a great golfer. Actually, last time I played golf, I just ruined my shoes, man. I can't wear them anymore. They're just covered in mud. They're
How's that?
see-through. The soles, because I had this thing in them, like the lift for my heel or
I
whatever.
don't understand how
Wait,
this
you
is
look
possible.
taller.
No, not. It was like for my arch, my foot. But I took that out, and the bottom of the shoe, which was normally neon green,
Yes.
was mud gray.
Poorly insulated shoes.
Yeah, well, they're runners. They were not made for golfing
Was this real
in a
golf?
swamp.
Was this real golf or like mini? Like,
No, this was
mini
real.
golf
This was
course?
real people golf.
Real people. Golf.
Where did you do this?
There's this golf course. I believe it's called Mayora,
Oh,
up by the movie theater.
Who'd you go golfing with? Your parents? Your family?
My dad, my brother, and my aunt, Karen. Shout out, Karen.
Yes. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that when she watches this podcast.
what's your mom's name?
She's sure to do. Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Does Karen have the same last name as you?
No.
No.
You
want to just tell my family history?
I'm totally up to you. Do you want to talk about Sam Foxwell on this podcast? His
Sam
little
has
brother?
not done anything cool in a while. Sam, step it up.
It's true.
He's
Sam,
a-
Sam's
he-
still walking a little bit.
Actually, you might have gone to flight school the other day. That's kind of neat.
Flight or fight school?
Flight.
Oh, flight school.
Is he becoming a pilot?
I guess so.
What do you want to do,
Is
Alex?
he like 16?
Alex, what do you want to do with your life?
Glad you asked. I would love to find a stable career and,
Settle down.
find my way into some money, have enough for
Wait,
all of my...
you want to make the money or you want to...
See, the question is, do I name this episode interviewing the weirdest person I've ever met, or do I cut all of this out and make you seem like a normal person?
Well, if you're going to post it, I would keep an unedited footage somewhere.
A couple things can slip. So anyways,
I'm gonna start crying.
Let's get back on track here. How long
I'll
have we...
put tears in your eyes, gang.
Well, we're at 23 minutes, but I feel like I'm gonna have to cut out like half of this so
23
far.
Well, then we better keep filming. You want a wine gummy?
You know what? I could go for one now. My fingers are...
See, you
Why did
listen to
agree?
me.
Why
I
is
said before this podcast, he offered me a red one from his pocket, and I said that was a mistake. You should only offer someone a green one unless you're trying to impress them, because a green is the worst one.
I guess I don't need to impress you.
These are especially chewy.
Yep.
They're very chewy
cold.
gummies.
No.
My
Yes.
hands are quite cold.
So I'll ask you another question on this What's Better segment. What's better in Overwatch between the three roles to play, healer, DPS, or tank?
I'll let you begin. I'm chewing on wine gum.
Everyone's
All right.
chewing.
No matter what you say, support is the least fun. If you say support
Yes.
is the most fun, you're probably a girl. No hate. There's a lot of mercy
That-
veins out there.
That's true. You know what?
I have the most.
No hate,
I'll-
obviously.
When I play with you guys, I'm mostly healer. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
It's just how the roles work.
Yep.
I don't
often-
enjoy it though.
Often you put the worst player in on your team on support because it takes the least amount of effort.
True
You know,
that.
you can't have somebody who's being accused of being artificial intelligence on tank. You just can't have.
I'm a
that.
won't win the game.
I'm a Reinhardt main though, and every time I play Reinhardt, I have the most damage mitigated on the team, as
I
well.
bet.
Huh?
I bet you do.
As well as the most damage done a lot of times.
I mean, you're competing against a Brigitte
But-
for most
but-
damage mitigated.
But you have to think of a comparison to the amount he holds his shield. Like it's tough to think of. Can you?
'Cause
think of a
I'm-
comparison for this. That's
I'm a tank. I gotta shield my friends and my family that is playing this
It's
video
like-
game.
Ooh, I got a good analogy. It's like you're driving your car, right?
Uh huh.
And you signal when you're turning, right?
and you have your signal on the entire time.
You once
Yeah.
you finish your turn, you put your signal turns off. But it's like in Mateo's car, his signaler gets stuck at the bottom, or he just signals when he's planning on turning in a block or two.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
what about my flying charges when I fly and charge off a building and pin someone and kill them?
Well, that's the equivalent of running a red.
Or
That's
how
true.
about my fire strike snipes on Faraz and Mercies?
Everyone has moments of brilliance.
A
All-
broken watch is right twice a day.
All
That's
I will
great.
say of our entire friend group, I'm the only person who's never been in bronze.
He said, but you guys you must remember that he's also the only person who has never been out of gold.
Nope, I'm in plat.
So, in terms of
Also, Diamond Lucia Ball player. If I'd played a couple more games, I actually would have been top 500, and I would have been able to tell people I was top 500.
top 500,
I mean,
in
it's kind of
Lucio-
telling that top 500 was diamond.
top 500 in
Not a lot
Lucio
of
Ball
players.
is like saying you have a 3-plate calf raise. Nobody cares, but it sounds impressive if you've never.
It's
worked
like
out
bragging
before.
about your Smith deadlift.
It is exactly.
So, guys, you guys didn't answer the question. What's better,
What was the question again?
tank or DPS?
Personal opinion, Alex. What do you think?
Well, if I'm solo queuing, I'm gonna pull my hair out on tank.
That's true. It's very difficult to play tank alone.
Yeah. So I think DPS just because tank can be the most fun, but oftentimes it's the least fun.
It's the most fun when you're playing Wrecking Ball.
Alex is unable to play Wrecking Ball. I've seen you try a couple times when you've been switching to get to point faster. It's not something I want to see again from you. I do not want to see that. Alex, is this a good time to tell the 17 and 17 story for the
Are-
many viewers that this podcast will generate?
What about it, man?
Alex, there's over 1,000 unique viewers on this podcast. 5 episodes in.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
many of them do you know personally?
0.
Maybe about 30.
So who is watching this?
33%.
907.
Alex.
30%.
Alex,
30%.
Alex,
30
out of
30 out of 1,000 is 3%.
Oh, I thought you said 100.
No,
1,000.
1,000 plus unique
Oh.
viewers.
Oh.
On the podcast.
970
I was
people
like
are
3%.
watching this podcast right now. 970 of them. Well, unique viewers does not mean returning viewers. You've seen Breaking Bad. It's just Nick, right? That has not seen Breaking
I
Bad?
feel like Nick's seen it.
He hasn't.
What?
No, because I think Noah likes Breaking Bad so much to the point where he just doesn't want to watch Breaking Bad anymore.
How does that work?
Alex, what's your favorite show? I feel like you would like a weird show as your favorite show.
Good question. What do you consider a show?
Alex?
Can a one episode single be considered a show?
No.
What are you even
Maybe,
gonna say?
actually, a TV episode?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it an extension of another show?
I don't believe so.
What is your...
Is it a special?
Is it...
Oh yeah, it's special.
Is it something...
Okay, so we're gonna move on.
Ask me what the name is.
I'm not gonna ask you what the name is.
Fine. Next question.
I know what the name is.
Okay, what's the name? I'll blur it out if I have to blur it out.
No, the next question.
What's the name?
Next question.
He really likes Overwatch, guys.
Oh God, Alex, you got issues.
Milo said it, not me. I mean, Alex said it, not me.
Are we switching names for this?
Have you ever been
Nope.
clinically diagnosed with anything?
Not clinically. Although one car ride
Yes.
diagnosed me with Asperger's, but
Yeah.
I don't believe it. It was an online quiz.
It
Those
was
things
a-
are always
But
subject.
I would like to say it was an online quiz that they paid real money for the results on. So it was not some free quiz put together by a grad
you
student.
paid money to see the results.
You did not pay the money. Someone
Oh.
else paid the money because they were so concerned that you had Asperger's.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Should I be?
I don't count that as a diagnosis, and neither should you. You should live your truth.
That's true.
Yeah, I do not count that as a diagnosis.
Even if you're... Cut that out, please.
I will. Okay, should I be concerned that there's a sharp pain in my back right now? That it's either from a nail or one from one of the spiders.
Nah, you're good, gang.
I'm sure it's all right.
I don't feel it.
So what do you use the shed for?
It's true.
Well, nowadays, I rent it out to various studios for them to do movies. I personally don't watch the movies, but back in the day, I would sit here in the summer, and I would relax, think about the good things
It
in
was very
life.
relaxing. Did you
You know.
begin an art project on that wall and just never finished it?
Yeah, what's the tape and painting for?
Well, normally
There's black lines.
paint it, but then I got bored. This was
I
when I
see
was like
that.
11, so I got bored pretty easily.
That makes
I was
sense.
surprised you were only got the top half when you were 11 and not the bottom half.
Sure that your dad probably helped you out on that one.
Is that like a gay joke?
No, that's a height joke. That's not even a joke.
I
It's just.
wasn't that short when I was 11.
Yeah, it's not this.
That's like
I don't think you could reach the.
feet.
The shed is not that tall.
No,
It is not that tall.
I would not jump in here.
Alex, would you
Yeah,
say
it doesn't feel very stable. The ground, because this we're on like a hill, a
It
mountain.
isn't. I'll tell you about
But
how
this
we
is
built
flat.
it.
How did you build it, Alex?
Basically, the neighbors had this treehouse. They had kids, but the kids were all in college, and they had this little like treehouse thing almost. It was like mounted up. It was
Mhm.
it was too small for anybody. It was like the size of a doghouse.
Okay.
But it was mounted way up. There was a ladder you climb up to it, and they said, "Hey, you can have it if you want it." And we were like, "Yeah, sure, we'd take it." And so
you
we.
took the doghouse?
Well, it wasn't a doghouse. It was a tree house, but it was the size of a doghouse. But they didn't have a dog, so
Mhm.
Okay, so
it was a small person house.
okay, yes.
So we took it, and we got it, and we're like, yeah, that's really too small for anything, really. And then somebody, probably not me, had a genius idea, and like, why don't we salvage the wood and turn it into something that was adult person sized?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah. So anyways, so we took all the wood. Some of it was rotting. Most of it was rotted, actually.
Mhm.
Anyway, we got that all out, and we were like, yeah, we're building this thing. We're gonna build this, right? But we ran out of wood, so we really only used the rotting wood to build the foundation of this house. And then we just put a bunch of, I think this is, no, it's not pressed board. What is it? I don't know. These are like a 1/4 inch thick,
Wooden planks.
and we just put them down, and then we built everything on top of that with new good wood.
So we're sitting on rotted. No one thought maybe the rotted foundation should be like anywhere else. I feel like the foundation is a important part of something.
We didn't put a lot of foresight into this project, but it hasn't collapsed
It's
yet,
not
so
collapsed
obviously
yet.
it's doing all right. It's handing 3 reasonably sized adult men.
That's true, and it will continue to.
I'm
Hopefully.
feeling like a lot of tingles right now. Okay.
Did you get bitten by something?
I don't know. feel uncomfortable. There were a lot of big spiders here,
it's
and
a psychological event.
I only see one of the big spiders now.
Well,
Guess the other one moved.
it's not on me. I can promise you that.
I'm not scared. Do you guys kill spiders? Do you kill spiders if you see them?
I have. Sometimes I bring them outside though.
I bring them outside. If I see one at work, I'll bring it outside. A spider?
Cut that out, please.
I will.
Thanks, gang.
Alex, is your family afraid of spiders? I feel like Keith is not afraid of anything.
It's a pretty even split down the middle. I don't know how my brother feels about it. My mom and my sister can't stand them. I don't feel any type of way about spiders. And my dad also does not feel any type of way about them.
I see.
It's interesting that Emily is afraid of spiders. It's an interesting fact. Isn't she a Earth and Ocean Science major?
I believe so.
Exactly.
You believe so? I would hope.
I don't keep
worry,
track
guys.
with these people.
I know his lineage.
Yeah.
Very well. Very, very well.
If you ever want to know anything about me, ask Milo.
Yep. I know his
Okay.
grandparents.
Not personally.
Not personally, no. I know of his grandparents. It's more of a association thing.
Everyone knows
So
my grandparents. My great grandpa was a captain of a boat in World War II. Did you
Was
know
he?
that?
I did not know
I
that.
did not know that. It never said that when I was reading about your grandparents.
Probably not.
I-
It did.
I've never met your grandparents. I don't know their names.
I've never met them
I'm
either.
not shocked you haven't met them.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
How many times have I even met you?
I probably. I don't know. Not that many.
I feel like we play games like once a year together, and that's maybe once every
They're
6
always
months.
playing games with me.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, so you guys both go to the gym, right?
We do.
Yes.
Do you guys have a favorite workout? Not full workout. I mean, just single machine, single exercise. Like me, I like preacher
How's
curls.
your one gum, Alex?
I like hip thrusts or abductor exercises.
I actually do enjoy the abductor exercises. I can't even.
I'm also a fan of bench press when
Mhm.
a hot person is watching me. Otherwise, I don't really care.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
I mean, statistically, it helps you perform better. That's
Is that why you
scientific.
do better when I watch you, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
God. This is a very uncomfortable position to be in the middle of this at the moment.
I said I wanted to be next to Milo.
We did offer to sit next to each other.
I know, but I just thought the symmetry of the host in the middle with the awkward big microphone versus the two small microphones on either side, it would be better
It was a mistake.
visually.
Alex, were you
I
a
don't want to
mistake?
lean back.
I don't believe so.
Have you ever asked your parents?
Well, you were a twin. They were only expecting one of you guys.
True story.
That's true. That is true.
So technically, you're at least half a mistake.
That's not how it works.
Alex, would you be proud of yourself if you absorbed Emily in the womb?
I don't know if I'd know.
No, you would know.
If there was like two
Would there
fetuses.
be like
in
a
the-
voice in my head?
No.
Yeah, it's like Venom.
Like Venom?
You know, like sometimes she just like
Is Emily my Eddie or am I her Venom?
you what? That's the
I
same
saw-
thing.
No, it
You
isn't.
said is Emily my Eddie
Oh,
or
true.
am I her Venom?
True, I did say the
Which
same
one is
thing.
Eddie in this situation?
Yeah?
I think that you would be Eddie.
As
And she
someone
would
who
be
hasn't
Venom.
watched Venom, or really anything that involves Venom, my assumption is Eddie is the guy and Venom is the black goo inside of him.
Sherlock Holmes. You heard it here first.
That's
I
true.
just want to make
Great
sure because I
deduction.
haven't watched any of the movies.
Yeah, you don't really
Yeah.
need to watch a movie to get that.
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
So, anyways, Alex, back to the question: who do you believe would fit which role between you and your twin sister?
I feel like there's no right answer.
There is
Yes,
in
there
fact
is.
a right answer. I don't.
There's
know
no
it
wrong
personally.
answer.
I
This is a completely hypothetical scenario involving fantasy characters.
I don't know, man. I guess Eddie. I feel like I'd connect more with Eddie.
So you're the body and she's the brain.
It's not exactly how Venom works.
Yeah, you didn't watch the movie, you fucking idiot.
You gotta watch the movies.
Yeah, there's 3 of them now.
There are
I know.
three.
I've heard.
What did you think of the third Venom, Alex?
Did you guys watch?
I don't know, man. I was there.
It's true you were there.
Did
I
you
was-
guys
It was
watch
I was
it together?
pretty wasted when I saw it. was
no admission of
really-
guilt. No admission of guilt needed.
I was 19 at the time.
He was 19.
We are in Canada, not in America, for my 33% American viewers.
Okay, you should cut that out anyways.
I'm not cutting that out.
You should.
You scare me. Your Bitmoji looks exactly like you. When you added me on Snapchat today, I was like, that Bitmoji looks exactly like you. If someone were to show me that Bitmoji, I would instantly think Alex.
It's well constructed.
It's a
I guess
compliment.
I did a good job then, didn't I?
Yeah.
Does my Bitmoji look like me? Did you even look at it?
Yeah, it does look like you.
Okay.
Alex, you only you only think of yourself in these situations, don't you?
When somebody asked me about my Bitmoji, yeah.
That's what I thought. You disgusting.
My fault.
It's chilly in here.
Alex, we
I
should talk
wonder
about.
why.
I think it's important. We should talk about your eating habits.
What's...
We should get into your Wendy's, your love for Wendy's.
What's this about Wendy's?
Oh, I thought
I've never been with a girl named
I
Wendy.
thought that'd be a great conversation topic. How many Baconators would you say you eat in a week, and how many Baconators do you strive to eat in a week?
All right. Well, nowadays I eat less because I was talked to by some very close friends. Not
Uh-huh.
Milo. Some other person. Probably a better Asian.
Probably.
Jaden.
Oh yeah, it was Jaden.
And he told me probably gonna have high cholesterol, and that does a lot of bad things for you.
Yes, it does.
And so I thought, maybe 4 a week was too many. So that was
That's
me.
true.
Actually, at my peak, I was at 6. My peak was 6.
Yeah.
Normally, it was 4 to 3. And I haven't had a Baconator in probably a week and a half.
Is that so? You're a changed-
I'm
you're a
not
Florida
sober,
man.
clean, or anything. I just haven't been out there recently.
Yeah.
As soon as I go back out there, I'm probably gonna relapse.
Is that like your strange... If you were on the show... Do you know the show My Strange Addictions?
Yeah,
On
I've already
TLC?
been there.
No, but what...
Been on the show?
For what? What was your strange... Was it Baconators? Was that your strange addiction?
Don't.
What... Genuinely, what would your strange addiction be if you had one?
My lawyer advises me, as the case is still ongoing, to not comment.
That is a bad question to ask, because genuinely your addiction cannot be talked about on this podcast.
What?
There is no addiction.
There is no addiction. You heard
Look
it
away.
first. No addiction.
That's concerning to me. Okay.
What's the question?
Audio listeners, there are weird looks happening right now.
Stop staring at me.
So, we're going to do our third and final segment. This might be a shorter episode because I'm going to have to cut a lot out. But the third segment is dreams and nightmares.
Yes.
So, dreams and nightmares can cover a lot of things for a lot of people. It can be, you can talk a dream about a literal dream you had and a literal nightmare you had. Or it can be, your trip for Guatemala, one thing you're scared about. What's your worst fear that's going to happen? And what's like a best case
HIV.
scenario?
That's true. High on the list.
Terrified.
That is not a ridiculous statement. There is a high incidence rate of HIV in Guatemala.
can happen.
Somebody bleeds on you, your life is changed forever.
But it could be like something good that happened to you this
I
week.
did have an interesting dream the other night.
Something bad. Okay,
Let me take
we'll
it
start
away.
with you. Is this a dream or is this
This
a
is
nightmare?
a dream that actually happened to me.
But is it like a good one or a bad one?
It's pretty neutral. honestly.
Okay.
All right. I work at a grocery store, and I have numerous coworkers that are mentally handicapped. Nothing against them.
Does. Can confirm.
Nothing against them. I think they're wonderful people. I just can't stand working with them. However,
That is an okay thing to say.
I had a dream where one of my coworkers came into the store on his day off, and he approached me in my dream and just said, "Hey, Alex, how's it going?" And I did a double take. I'm like, "What the fuck? You're talking normally. What's going on?"
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't have the collar that our boss gave us." And I was like, "Collar? What collar?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Our boss gave me a collar to wear whenever I'm at work." And I was like, "What the hell?" And so in my dream, I approached my boss, as one does, and asked, "Hey, what's this about a collar?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a collar that I make him wear that makes him act like a fucking idiot at work."
Oh.
And he's like, "So better make sure that you're staying productive. Otherwise, I will give you the collar." I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't want the collar. I'm stupid enough as it is." And then I woke up, and then I went to work the same day. I had like a 7 a.m. shift, and I talked to my boss later that day, and he found it pretty funny.
Well, I'm sure he denied everything.
Isn't one of your coworkers a guy who wrote a book about a little girl who had a disease where she could not wear clothes?
That is true.
Is he the same one who was going to that nudist resort in Nevada or wherever?
Yes.
Is he the same one in the dream?
No.
Oh God.
He's a very odd guy. I've never met him, but
He is quite
Yes.
the
strange.
evidence is stacked.
He has a book that he wrote, and I don't know if he illustrated it. I haven't seen. I saw
really
the book
hope
cover. I saw the book cover. I don't know if there were pictures in it.
I've never read the
It
book.
was a full novel, but my
Oh yeah.
your coworker, our friend, all of our friend, read it. I don't know if he's your friend.
I like him.
Okay, but he showed me the book, and it's about a girl who has a disease where she cannot wear clothes, and I'm like, how does that even make sense?
She's allergic to fabric, various fabrics.
Every single fabric.
There's only so many fabrics.
You could make
Cotton,
clothes out of
polyester,
leaves.
silk.
Silk's hypoallergenic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make clothes out of leaves. You could make clothes out of so many things.
Well, silk is hypoallergenic.
I know what she-
literally. How are you allergic to something you can't be allergic to?
You could make clothes out of plastic. You could wear like a trash bag on you.
Maybe she has like a magnetic field surrounding, or like a field surrounding her, a force field. So anything that gets too close.
We should
gets
read the
blown.
book for a podcast.
We should read the
review
book.
it. You know,
We
I
should read the
can't
book.
judge the book until I've read it.
I just think it's a.
It might be really
Does
good.
he? Is it published? Does
Yes,
it
it's
It is
published.
This might be Dickens. We never
Does
know.
he have any? Does he have success?
Dude, he works at a grocery store. He does not have
I know, but
success.
he's an author. It's not like he's gonna make that much money regardless.
He once ran into the office one day. He was so excited. I only heard this. I wasn't there for this. But he was really excited. And there was like a bunch of people in the office. He told everybody, he's like, guys, my WikiHow article on how to tell your friends that you're
I
having
remember
suicidal
this.
thoughts got over 1 million likes or whatever.
Yes,
I didn't-
don't recall this.
I guess he contributes to WikiHow.
I didn't realize that was a possibility just for average folks. I thought you had to be hired.
No, you can contribute to any of the wikis. You can contribute
Yeah,
to.
it's public domain.
I've contributed personally to one of the Wikipedia pages for the 2024 Olympics. It was a Central American country. It wasn't Guatemala. They had put the wrong date in for the end time of the Olympics, and I changed that. I've also edited Wiki Voyage, which is the sister site of Wikipedia, in case you
Huh.
guys were curious.
I'm glad you
I
shared
put
that
in my
with us.
suggestions for the
No
Minecraft
worries,
story
Alex,
mode
no
wiki.
worries.
I would not share that with anyone else. They might think you're a little strange.
You saw,
I
you saw the
know
test results,
already.
Alex. You saw the test results.
I was there for the test. Milo is pretty much diagnosed.
It's pretty high up there. What was I? I was like over 10% above the
All right. So,
threshold.
however autistic you think I am, Milo is at least 40% more.
That's true. What was? Do you remember your percentage?
I think I was overall 37% autistic.
Okay, I was significantly higher than that.
I was
at least 70.
Yes.
I don't know what test you guys took, but I took one once and I was extremely low because the only thing I was up high for is my love for numbers and statistics.
I was up there on everything. I
Because socially,
You're very well adjusted
was. But Alex,
comparatively.
Alex, you scored different than the Asperger's test that we took. You were okay on the.
You
autism
weren't
test.
there.
No, the one we just recently took.
Oh, true. I got
Yes, you,
something
Mhm.
on there.
you did get a higher number on
So,
that one.
so Alex, we'll finish off the second half of your part. What's your nightmare that you want to talk about? It doesn't have to be a real nightmare. It could just be something bad that happened or something you're scared. What's your biggest fear, you know?
Oh, I mean like sharks or something.
Okay, Alex, I'd like to know your biggest fear in Guatemala that is not a disease.
Yes, what is
Not a
your...
disease, and not getting mugged. We're gonna get mugged. Don't be afraid. Just let it happen.
It's not really selling me on the trip. Maybe altitude sickness.
These two seats
Okay,
locked in.
that's a good answer. Thank you for your good
That could
answer.
be scary. HIV is up there.
HIV is up there. I don't
That's
think
pretty
that's
scary.
I don't think that's crazy to say.
I
I
get...
really hope that, you know... Actually, you know, someone else can take this one.
What?
For,
Okay.
Forgot
for
about
biggest
it.
fears in Guatemala.
Yeah.
What's your nightmare and dream? Can
Well,
be Guatemala.
I'll give my Guatemalan nightmare because we're on the theme of Guatemala.
Mhm.
I think that we could get carjacked.
You guys
I-
won't have a car though.
We would not. Well, it's not a huge nightmare because we would only be in the car. We would not be. It would not be our car. We would not be liable. But you never know. Someone's having a carjacker is having a particularly bad day. You know,
Might take your things too.
he might take your things too. Might take a bit more than your things. You don't want to find out. So that's up there. You don't want that. I don't think there's really any other dangers. You don't want altitude sickness.
No, you never do.
We'll be all right.
Muggers are a
I
possibility.
think we'll be okay.
What is?
I said muggers are a possibility.
That's true.
Gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, I don't like to
You gotta,
drink.
you gotta, normally you'd be scoping, left and right. But you gotta go
But you gotta
up,
look down.
and down
Yeah,
too.
it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You
You
have
gotta
to
make
look
sure.
down.
Yeah, you might miss.
Oh,
otherwise.
because of their height.
Yes, because
Yes.
of their height. The Guatemala actually is the second shortest, or the shortest average woman in the world, and the second shortest average man. They're
Hmm.
not very tall.
See, I don't like to drink coffee, so I never use a mug.
We should cut the podcast.
So
Yeah, we
what?
should cut that part
So,
out.
what's your Guatemala dream?
What's
What's like a unlikely thing to happen, but you really want it to happen?
Well, my actual dream in Guatemala is that we'll climb the volcano. We'll be up there in the middle of the night, summiting for sunrise, and lightning will strike the volcano.
Oh.
That's my hope.
Were you going to say something else?
No, that is my hope, Alex. I don't know what else I could be saying. My other hope is that we can do a second volcano, but that's
Milo
very
told me in
unlikely.
confidence that his dream is to be the first person to say "what the skibbity" on top of
That's
the
true. I
volcano.
did say that.
Would you get the Skibbity toilet toy that they sell in various toy stores, including Indigo Books?
You should
No.
get that for me. For no special occasion. You should just get that for me. That would
I
make me
think
very
I would
happy.
rather give you a bottle of sleeping medication.
I would take both.
Also, I want to make it clear throughout this episode, as the interviewer, my opinions and thoughts do not reflect those of my guests on any episode,
He
but
invited
especially
me
this episode.
He knew what I was about.
That's true. It was a conscious decision to make these invites. Okay, yeah,
That is
great.
cut.
That is a great.
That's one of the quickest words to get me unmonetized.
Demonetized. is
Oh,
the word.
Am I
Okay,
gonna get kickback from this?
huh?
Am I gonna get a kickback from
No,
this?
he's
No.
not making any money. You think he's making money off
I'm not making money yet. I need 2,000 unique viewers
That's too
on
bad.
Spotify.
I guess
Okay.
none of us are making money then.
No, and you wouldn't get money anyways.
Don't quit the day job.
No.
That's why I have a day job.
Do we all have a job? Put your hands up. If you have
Okay,
a
I'm
job.
in school. I'm in school.
Oh man.
I'm in school.
What
Okay.
a freeloader.
2 classes does not constitute an education. 2 classes is nothing, and you took 2 classes for the whole
3.0 GPA.
3.0 GPA on 2 classes. Come on now.
Crazy statistics.
How much of that work did you do? Actually, I think you can't talk about that on this podcast for academic integrity reasons.
What school do you go to?
The KPU
KPU.
KPU staff are gonna hunt you down.
Quatman.
I hope so.
Also, I will say this room is very cold because it is outdoors, and the background to where this is being filmed is just a screen, like a fly screen, and then the door is open. So it's freezing cold. I mean, we're filming this at night.
I don't know why you
And
guys
we're in
didn't dress
Canada.
warmer.
I'm pretty.
I am in
pretty
all
I'm-
black. I'm in all black. Like literally, my shoes are Hugo black shoes. My pants are Sonati from London sweatpants, and this is a black sweater.
That's awesome.
And I have
Yeah.
a black shirt under here
Alex, what do you have on?
for the fit check.
What do you have on? I'm
I have
very
some
curious.
Columbia shoes.
Yes.
Nice.
Nike
I have a
jeans.
Columbia jacket behind me.
I got some jeans.
Nice.
I have a sweater.
Fantastic.
H&M. And I
Yeah,
have
yes, it
a
is.
jacket.
It was that.
I
That's
don't know what it is.
Oh no, you've had
It's
it.
fucking
Yes.
warm though. It's great. Makes
Yeah.
me look cooler than I am.
And you have a
And
tube
I have a hat. It's got a light on it. I
Yeah.
got it
on.
for
Light
Christmas.
built into the hat.
Not really. It comes out, but
ah fancy schmancy. Are you gonna bring that on the trip?
no. Maybe
You
I
should.
will.
You
Maybe I
should
will.
actually.
Might
Because
be a
when
good
we're hiking-
idea.
When we're doing the volcano, you don't want to be holding a flashlight.
True.
If you need one.
Okay. The reason I'm wearing all black today is this is my nightmare and dream section, okay? It's nothing crazy. My nightmare happened last Monday, and it's a funeral that my Minnesota Vikings got eliminated from the NFL playoffs after they were defeated by the Los Angeles Rams in Arizona. After Sam Darnold got sacked for a tied record amount of times, 9 times by the LA Rams. And it was a pretty brutal loss.
Frozen.
And it's pretty hard. It breaks your soul when your team gets eliminated and suddenly it's over. Alex doesn't like sports, so he can't relate.
I love sports.
What's your favorite sport? I feel like you would like pickleball.
Nope. You ever see those?
No.
Like what's it called? I'm a big fan of the the UFC.
Ah.
The UFC.
Okay,
That's
watch a
true.
bit of
We watched
hockey.
some good title fights the other day.
We did, yeah.
Okay, that's an actual answer.
Umar's a bitch. I could take him.
He could not.
Broke the record.
I generally
Ruined the
So many
record.
takedowns.
every
Yeah, take it from
I'm pretty
GSP.
sure every single
Uh,
UFC fighter, man or woman, would one punch you.
I don't think that that's true. I think
I do not think that is true either.
I think that some of the
Some of these idiots don't have knockout power.
That's true, and I think that some of the lower ranked featherweights would probably not be able to do very much to you.
What? Who are each of your guys' favorites? Mine is Brandon Moreno. He's my favorite fighter.
Okay, you should cut that out of the podcast.
What?
Alex, who's your favorite?
Why?
Who's your,
Why should I cut that?
who is your favorite fighter?
Personality-wise, Strickland or GSP?
Did Moreno do something?
No, he just sucks.
What? He builds Lego.
You know, fighting-wise,
I
don't know.
like
It could always
watch.
change. I can't.
Fighting wise, I
pick a favorite.
actually love to watch Sean O'Malley.
He is cool. I like that guy. He's
I
very.
hate Sean O'Malley.
I'm not saying as a person. I
hate
agree with
as a
him.
person and as a fighter.
His fighting is very interesting to watch.
Why are you 5'11" fighting at 135?
And
That is ridiculous.
yeah,
That
I
should
like
not be
UFC.
happening.
I've been getting into UFC too, but I didn't
Yep.
realize Brandon Moreno was now washed. I thought he was still good.
I mean, he's not. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I'm just. If you want to pick a good fighter, you should probably pick someone.
Like Brandon Moreno.
Someone. a
He
little
once
bit better.
held the belt. That means he was good at one point.
He does not hold the belt any
Yep.
longer.
And then so that's my nightmare, is the Minnesota Vikings losing and breaking my heart. And I wish Sam Darnold the best with his next future team. Do you know what my dream of the week is?
I'm gonna assume the Minnesota Vikings winning.
No, they lost. They were
They're
eliminated.
eliminated from the playoffs.
Their
Alex, get
season.
with the program here.
Yeah, well, that was the
Alex,
dream.
no, their season is over. I don't get to watch them
No,
play.
but the dream would be that they would come back and win.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I know it
That's
is.
why it's a
but-
dream.
That's why it's a
It was
dream.
nice to watch the Commanders beat the Lions, though. But the dream is, what is the dream of the week? Did anything good happen to me
You
this
get
week?
2001 views on your stupid podcast.
I did it.
It could be a dream.
This is the hate.
That is a dream.
It's not even that unrealistic.
I don't know, man. After this episode, it
The
might be.
ratings are gonna plummet.
Genuinely, I'm concerned about how this episode will have future effects on me getting guests.
How do you think I
Right.
feel? I'm not getting a job.
Yeah, come on. We're not getting compensated.
Priorities
Do
here.
not come on this podcast. You will not be compensated for your time.
You will with.
I am not
love and
getting paid.
affection.
This is my shed. There's an
Mhm.
extension cord. My extension cord that's powering this whole thing. My electricity.
That's true.
And I'm not getting a penny from this.
Every single episode has been filmed on someone else's electricity bill. That's
So
the
you should
whole.
be
Cheap
compensating everybody.
bastard.
Compensate everyone or don't compensate anybody. The
Yes.
second option is very
We-
unethical.
We don't compensate anyone for being a guest on a podcast. You get exposure. That's what you get on this podcast. And then my dream of the week is I got into one of my dream programs at my dream schools, which will not be announced here because I don't trust a certain somebody to not track it down.
Congratulations.
And the other dream is
So
that.
kind, Alex.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. Least you could do is cut the bits out where I say
I will cut those out. I won't cut out where you're asking me to cut it out, though.
Oh.
Well, it
So,
depends.
Alex, nobody know.
I'm unknown right now.
That's actually true. None of my viewers know you except for like, oh, Nick, you were supposed to call.
I know.
And
You can
then,
watch the video later.
and then the other thing is I booked a trip to Vegas.
You did tell us about that.
So I'm going to Vegas in less than 3 weeks. I believe it's 19 days.
You're going there to meet a special guest, no? You're meeting
No.
someone called Stardust or something?
Yes.
That sounds like a My Little Pony name.
That is not what it is.
No, I don't have any
He's
special
meeting
guests.
somebody named,
I have no special guests. I'm going with 2 friends.
Oh, yeah,
The best case scenario is I get one of like the what's the bunny fingers for?
Nothing.
I think
Continue.
those are called quotation marks. In my eyes.
You're loving your wine gums, huh?
They're very good.
I used to call them by the wrong name as a child. That's the one thing I called as the wrong name as a child. But yeah, there will be a Vegas trip with 2 guests. We'll see if an episode is filmed at the. I don't know if I should say the Flamingo Hotel, which has been recently renovated, and is the first hotel
Don't
in
go
Las
and track
Vegas.
him down at the hotel.
Who is the guy? Bugsy, which is the mafia guy who made the hotel?
I don't know.
You guys don't know?
Somebody
It was on
constructed
an
the
episode
hotel
of
with,
BuzzFeed Unsolved. So if you
Yes.
want to watch BuzzFeed Unsolved, there's an episode about a mafia guy who started the process of the Flamingo Hotel. Anyways, the dream guest would be to get like one of the magicians, just go down and catch them after their show and be like, hey, you want to come up to our room for an hour? Or can I go to your room?
They're magical, right? Your guests are going to be magic.
I don't, well,
Magic
maybe,
Johnson.
That's true.
well, maybe we'll get one of the magic, I was going to say, maybe we'll get one of the like magic Mike guys that are down there.
I'd rather have Magic Johnson.
Yeah, man.
Maybe we'll get one of the mascots because there's like Sonic and like Mario and other video game characters and other characters walking around. There's Bumblebee, Optimus Prime.
But you want to come with me to a hotel room?
Yeah,
There's a
that's
bunch
not
of
going to go
camera
over
equipment.
very
No,
well.
I'll
There's
go.
just a group of us. You don't know any of us.
I'll go
We're
to
all
the-
cool people, though.
I'll go-
No ulterior motive.
We just want to film you.
I genuinely think I could walk down the street of Las Vegas and be like, hey, would you like to be on my podcast? And I could get so many people that would be like, I'll come on your podcast.
Yeah, they probably all say that. I'll come on your podcast. That's what the kind of people are.
I'm talking about tourists. Alex. Oh, God.
But there's a lot of different people in Las Vegas.
There are a lot of different people, and including
You
good.
know, I don't know if you want to invite the kind of person that just says yes to
That's
that sort
I
of
agree.
thing.
I agree. I don't want that kind of person in my life.
If they're just like that willing to just come into to a hotel room with you, what kind of weirdo are they?
That's
you want to
true.
be in a hotel room with that kind of person?
I don't want to be in a hotel room with you.
I'm gonna be in a hotel room with you. There's no escaping.
Yeah,
Well,
it's too late
it's
now.
It's a hostile bet.
It's like I'm
Yeah,
even
there.
scared of being in a car with you for 5 minutes.
You've never been in a car with me.
I know. There's a reason. I'm
He
scared.
has tried to choke me while I was driving. Before. No, I wasn't driving. I was in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I'm responsible like that.
I said, I probably said skibbity too many times.
Yeah.
What's your favorite brain rot word? Is it skibbity?
Alex, what's yours?
Brain rot. There's no bad words in brain rot, is there? Am I missing one?
There are a lot.
Not like bad words, right? I thought you were just gonna say like Riz or something.
That's not brain rot any longer.
Or
You should just ask Milo. I want to be left out of this part.
I don't have a favorite brain rot word. I
Livy Dunn, risen up, baby Gronk in Ohio.
That's old school brain rot.
I don't know. I'm
That's
old.
Old school brain rot. Alex,
I'm not hip with the kids these
the
days.
new brain. What? I don't even know. The new brain rot. Are we still on Chop Chin? Has Chop Chin retired?
What does that mean?
Dude.
What do you?
Is that like having a jawline?
No, Chop Chin. Shout out Chop Chin. Hope he's watching this podcast.
So this is a person?
Huge
I know John
fan.
Pork.
Okay, that's from a very. Actually, John Pork is making a resurgence. Have you been seeing this, Alex?
No, man, I
John
haven't.
Pork is making a resurgence.
What's
I
the
know
next
you see
question,
these. I
big
know
man?
you see these.
There's no more. We've went through all 3 segments. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? We're going to run this for 5 more minutes because I know I have to cut at least 10 out. And normally I like to go over for an hour, but this might be clocking more 45 minutes because of your behavior on this podcast.
Well,
Do you want to talk where that stems from?
I'm the savior. All right.
You're Jesus Christ.
This me. I'm what takes you from
It's true.
1,000 to 2001.
Okay.
That is true.
All right.
I mean, look at the UFC, for example. You hear everything that Sean Strickland says,
Uh-huh.
and people love listening to Sean Strickland.
They love Sean.
Alex is that for this podcast.
I'm very excited for next episode when I get to go back into a warm bed. And it's a chill episode.
Interview somebody boring.
No. Why are there genuinely like sharp pains around my body right now? Like I have a sharp pain right in my chest of something like poking me.
You're gonna die.
Like I'm starting to get a little concerned.
Alex, can you do CPR?
No.
I think you can. Yeah. I feel like you. Did
I can. I'm certified CPR.
I did a course
Yeah, I
at
feel like
one
you did
point.
I feel like you did one recently though. No.
Not me.
If you did a
Not
baby,
recently. I
if
if
you
you
did-
did, I'm not certified.
if you,
This would be like underground medicine type shit. I
At
can
some
also do
point-
stitches. I think
Can you?
I've never tried, but I'd love the opportunity. I'd love the opportunity.
Thread and a needle.
I will not give you an opportunity. I've never been stitched. Have you ever
Alex.
got stitches?
Nope.
Alex, in Guatemala, put it to the test. I'm gonna fall down the volcano. You're gonna come down. I'm gonna
It'll be
be.
a
My
stick
arm
through
is
your leg.
completely broken, and you're just gonna like try and stitch that back up.
Have you guys ever been injured before? Either of you guys?
Yeah, I think I've gotten hurt before.
No, but like an actual bad
Significantly
injury.
injured.
I had a buckle break in my arm when I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like in
yes.
high school.
I remember
How?
that.
Snowboarding.
Ah.
Classic. And they give you no compensation for that.
Nope. I was up at Whistler. That shit just
That's not-
happens.
That's true.
I've never injured myself on the mountains.
You spend a lot of time on the mountains.
I-
He does not.
I used to. I want to go, but I don't have any friends.
Sorry to hear that. Maybe you should ask one of your podcast guests.
That's true. Hey, we're on the podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should ask one of your other guests.
Well,
I would be worried you would push me off the side of the mountain. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I would say that Alex was very patient with me.
Okay.
When we went snowboarding, I was, I was quite rusty, as you.
To be honest, I am better.
Don't worry.
I am.
I've snowboarded with worse.
I am better than him.
Shockingly.
Well, no, but you don't snowboard, so.
Last time I was at next level.
So, but skiing is like. It's easier to pick up skiing.
Harder
in
to
my
master.
opinion.
Yes, that is the factual. Is that snowboarding is much harder to pick up, but easier to master.
Have you mastered either?
No, I'm just saying statistically, and what everybody who's done both says is that's the case.
There's no flipping around on skis. You cannot. Well, you can go backwards, but
I've seen that.
Do you guys have a?
frequently people do not do that.
Do you guys have a favorite skier or snowboarder?
Me.
Alex.
Okay.
Yes,
My favorite is for snowboarders Mark McMorris and skiers Eileen Gu.
I don't know either of those people.
I got no.
Mark
You
McMorris
could've
is a
made those
Canadian
names up.
snowboarder, multi-Olympian, medaled Olympian, and Eileen Gu is a skier, and she is
Actually,
multi-gold
no.
medal.
My favorite snowboarder is named Sarah Connor. She went Olympic a while ago. She's I think got the second most Olympic gold medals for Canada for snowboarding.
Is that so?
No, she's from the Terminator.
I was like, I don't know. This
Alex, do you know what's
snowboarding's been dominated by like Chloe Kim and other female names.
Alex,
So.
do you know that snowboarder? His name's like Zeb something. I don't know his last name.
This is a D-nuts joke, man.
No,
I got
for
no
real,
idea.
for
who-
real.
I do
Look
not
it
know
up.
who this guy
No,
is.
he's like, I keep seeing posts about him, but I've never. I don't know. No, I don't have any. I don't have any of those sorts of jokes
Too bad.
any longer.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a couple good ones. In the
Might
past.
save the podcast.
No, the best joke on this podcast I was made was the mugging joke.
No, it
What?
no,
No,
it
it
was
was
not.
not.
It was not. I think you should cut that out. If you guys
I
hear
think
that
the top
joke,
10 jokes made on this podcast
will be
were
cut
all,
out.
yeah, well, they were all from me. You're probably like 19th behind like 2 of Milo's and 5
What do you
more
mean 2 of mine?
6 more of mine.
What of mine? I've hardly even said any.
Yeah, well, just talking is funnier than the mug joke, man.
That's true.
That one was grim, man.
it was bad.
I thought that was quite comical given the circumstances of what we were talking about and the fact that a mug is something that holds a liquid, but mugging is.
Man, it's not funnier the second time.
I think with a little explanation, maybe it'll be ingrained into your head a little more.
Explaining a joke is like dissecting a frog. You understand it better, but the frog dies in the process.
That's true.
That reminds me of
That is true.
they did surgery on a grape meme. Is that hip with
Nothing
the kids?
to do with this, man.
Is that hip with the kids these days?
Nope.
That is not.
Are you what, like 22?
No, I'm 21.
Oh, my fault.
He said that like it was a
Like-
huge difference.
You're 2 years older than me. No, none of us are kids. We're all in the same.
You're a
we're all in
kid.
the same boat.
Anyone who's younger than me is a kid to me because I'm a kid to an older person.
No, you're not.
Yes.
Mm.
If you're
21,
if you're
legal
a
literally everywhere.
if you're a 45-year-old man and you're watching sports and it's a 20-year-old, you're like, oh, that guy's just a kid. That's
But
a
you're
fact.
not 45. Like that doesn't.
True. You feel like a kid to me. You're like a 12-year-old who hasn't got past the edgy phase yet.
No.
well, in that case,
This is gonna be
elaborate.
so choppy this episode.
chopped.
Yeah, that's in the top 10, man. That's kind of funny.
That was
I don't know what a chopped chin is.
Alex, have you seen that? Have you seen that picture of that girl who said that she was doing Latina makeup on an East?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, oh my
And
god,
then,
girl,
oh my
you're
god, you're so
chopped.
That's what
Is that like the
podcast
Huzz?
is today.
Isn't that a new one?
Shut up, old man.
Huzz.
Okay. So next week, you guys don't have anything else you want to add? That's
Nope.
appropriate.
No.
Nope.
So these two will be on Guatemala eventually, soon. Hopefully, soon. I don't need more interactions.
Hopefully we
with
make it back.
One of
If
these
not,
people.
I want a Viking funeral.
A Minnesota
I-
Vikings.
I would
I just want to thank everyone if they made it through this episode for sticking around, and I hope you guys will be back next week. Next week we'll have different people, but this was our first episode with 2 people besides me, 2 guests. This is our first episode where you would not really want to sleep here. Alex has slept here, But it's a wooden floor, and there's spiders, and there's nails, and there's rat poo on the ground. And I feel like you would probably catch disease if you slept here. You would inhale something.
We might have already.
Yeah.
Probably too
It's
late for us.
ventilated already.
I left the door a little bit open.
So
Steve
again,
Ballmer.
I just want to thank you guys, and we did a little test out on our 3 segments. They went horribly based on my assessment because there was no continuous motion. But they will return for another
No
episode, another
motion?
testing.
Oh, come on.
So let me know your thoughts on the 3 segments. We had dreams and nightmares. We had what's better. Come on, that was a good pun too. What's better?
No.
And
We're
Forgot
not on a
about
bed,
that.
so it doesn't.
There's no bed in
There's
here.
no bed.
and we have the red eye segment. So again, thank you for listening. I'm Mateo Muego. I'm now going to spend the next 4 hours editing instead of a normal hour and a half editing. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned.